everyone, my name is Alyssa Cotten. Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. I provide emotional and mental support for coaches, counselors, content creators, and entrepreneurs. And in today's video, I'm going to talk all about the connection between being an entrepreneur and mental health. So if you are an entrepreneur or you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, stay till the end to learn all the ways you can help your mental health on this entrepreneur journey. Being an entrepreneur myself and being in the mental health profession as a mental health counselor, I know all too well the tie between being an entrepreneur and the connection with mental health. And if you don't believe me, you can check out this article. It talks about the connection of mental health and entrepreneurship, which is where I'm going to share some of the stats and statistics in today's video. So being an entrepreneur tends to be glamorized because it is glamorous. You get to make your own schedule, be your own boss, do what makes you happy, find your passion, enjoy life, work on the beach, whatever that looks like. But there also tends to be this side of feeling lonely, feeling disconnected from your peers, isolated, not knowing how to overcome imposter syndrome, which means I don't feel like I can be enough, or I'm not enough, or I don't have enough resources or internal ability to achieve my goals. So being an entrepreneur, yes, is glamorous and it's exciting and it's motivating. It's all these positive things, but it can also have a huge impact on your mental health, and that is what I'm going to cover today. And obviously this is a topic that we could talk about for a lot of videos, and you want to binge on my videos, check them out. But I want to talk specifically about just some of the statistics and how you can overcome and work through some of those struggles. So before I get started, I want to let you know that I specialize in mental health for entrepreneurs. I work with content creators, coaches, counselors, and especially entrepreneurs in working with their mental health. I know the pain points and I know the struggles that entrepreneurs go through because I am an entrepreneur and a professional counselor. So I'm able to see the perspective of both sides as I've walked in their shoes and I've had the training to help treat and cope that. And if you are an entrepreneur, a counselor, a coach, or a content creator and you want to learn more, check out the links below on how to work with me, how to see some of my services. I also have a free anxiety management guide and a free masterclass, so take a look at those. So let's get started. So in this article written by Forbes, it says that 72% of entrepreneurs are either directly or indirectly impacted by mental health. That is almost 3 in 4 people. It's almost 75%. So in Forbes magazine, it says 72% of people are either directly or indirectly impacted by mental health struggles, mental health issues. So that is almost 3 out of 4 people are going to have an issue with mental health and their journey. They break it down even more to 52% are directly impacted by mental health. And mental health covers a huge umbrella of things that can be loneliness, depression, anxiety, fears, imposter syndromes, not being able to bounce back from your failures. And so there's this huge umbrella when I'm saying mental health. But those are huge, alarming numbers, just really high numbers as you're thinking about embarking on a journey. You out of, let's say you and 3 other people have a chance of experiencing mental health as a result of being an entrepreneur. And my goal in this world is to help those people so that they can stay on this entrepreneur journey, because this entrepreneur journey is exciting and it's motivating and it allows you to live the life that you want to live. So let's talk about what some of those look like. So the first one that we can talk about is imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is exactly what it sounds like. I feel like an imposter. I feel like a fraud. And that is out of fear that I'm not enough, that I don't know enough, someone else knows it better, or the market's too saturated. It's all those fear-provoking ideas of I can't do it, someone else is going to do it better. Or imposter syndrome also looks like my success is only out of luck. It's not acknowledging that your success was from hard work or consistency or determination, but it was more based off luck. You might hear this from people who say like, oh, I just got a viral video and I just blew up. It's like, okay, but how many videos did you have before you went viral? I can guarantee that you had consistency, hard work, and diligence towards getting that viral video. And so often we kind of play down our successes because we want to still seem relatable. Sometimes we're hesitant to talk about our goals and our successes because we don't want to make other people feel small or insecure. So then what happens is being an entrepreneur can be extremely lonely and isolating. Because now you're on this journey of trying to do it all on your own, trying to figure it out, whether you have a team or coworkers or you're a solopreneur where you're doing it all by yourself. It can become extremely lonely and isolating. You might go out to lunch with your friends and you're having a really good time and they're talking about their work dynamics and you're talking about yours, but nobody gets it. They're like, but you get to make your own schedule and you're your own boss. How could that be stressful? How could that be hard? But they don't realize that you're up late nights and that you're trying to get everything in place to have a successful lunch, or you're trying to get everything done so you can show up and attend for these lunches. Or they might not even be aware that you don't actually get a weekend because you're working 7 days a week to get your business up and running. And there's not this clock in and clock out. So you're constantly working, you're constantly checking emails, constantly trying to grow your business as you're on this entrepreneur journey, and it can become incredibly lonely. So another big one that is under talked about, not talked about enough, is the rate of burnout. And burnout basically means I am burnt to the point I can no longer do my work effectively, efficiently, or have that motivation and drive to get those things done that I used to want to do. So burnout affects so many entrepreneurs, which is why most people are not successful as entrepreneurs, is because they're not acknowledging their burnout, they're not taking days to rest, and they're not doing those things that they need to do well, such as self-care, taking time off, going on a vacation, shutting their phone off, and totally letting themselves have a rest day, a true rest day. As an entrepreneur, it can be so hard to turn it off because you're constantly saying, if I don't get it done, no one else will. It's not like you have a whole team or coworkers that if you drop the ball or go on vacation, someone will pick it up. And that puts a lot of pressure on you, which leads to burnout. And so obviously those are some of the reasons that people, such as entrepreneurs, experience mental health. And then we have the overarching anxiety, which is that internal fear of I'm not going to be successful. I need to push myself harder. I need to do all these things in order to make it okay. That anxiety and that fear. So how you combat your mental health with entrepreneur is getting a solid support system, whether that's friends, whether that's family, whether that's like an entrepreneur group. I am a part of an entrepreneur group of new online entrepreneurs, and we meet once a week just to share our struggles and our successes. And that has been so beneficial for me because I know I'm not alone in my struggles. I know I'm not alone in that, as they call it, the valley of despair of like, what's the point? I don't understand. This is so hard. I just want to give up. And I have people in my corner saying, hey, I felt like that last week. Push through, you can do that. So finding yourself a solid support system is going to be so beneficial. The next thing you can do is work with someone who is designed to help you, whether that's a therapist or a coach, or if you want to work with me, you can find the link below and ask yourself, how can I create a system to help me catch those red flags of burnout, isolation, or even the imposter syndrome. Creating a support network that can help you hold yourself to taking those days off, taking those rest days, kind of like an accountability buddy that can say, hey, I've noticed you're online every single day and you haven't taken a day off. You might want to pause, take a deep breath, and get back to work after you've taken a break. Making sure that you schedule days off, actual days off where you're not on the computer, you're not working on your business, you're not creating content, but you're actually taking a day off to just be in the moment, be present, be silly, go out on a walk, enjoy life, because this is the life that you have created, that you wanted. A really great tip for you as you're on this journey is remembering your why. Asking yourself, why did I become an entrepreneur? Why did I decide to go on this journey? And what is going to help me make it through one more day? So if we can remember our why, maybe your why was to create more life balance. Maybe you wanted to work less hours so you could be more present with your friends and family. Maybe you wanted to work weekends so you would have the week during the week off to go and shop in the grocery store where no one's around, or be able to meet up with friends for lunch. Ask yourself that, why did you start this entrepreneur journey, and make sure you nurture that every single day. So there are so many things that you can do to connect to your mental health, but the first step is acknowledging that you are struggling in the first place. Because once we can acknowledge that we're struggling, we can ask for help. And it might be really hard to ask for help. And that is why you have to ask yourself, why am I trying to do it all alone? I don't have to do it all alone. I can ask for help, I can reach out, I can get support, because being an entrepreneur, yes, is glamorous, but there are people out there who can help you even become more successful on your entrepreneur journey. Because if you can get in tune with your mental health and notice your red flags and listen to your mind and your body, you're going to become more successful, because your mental health will no longer hold you back, but will actually push you forward. Because when you are hitting that burnout breaking point, you know when to pause and say, all right, I'm going to take tomorrow off. I'm going to cancel my meetings. And that might feel like you are anxious and that there's no way you could take a day off. But most of my clients, when they take a day off or even a week off, they tend to have better content, more efficient and more effective after a period of rest than if they would have just worked that week. And so studies have shown taking breaks, taking vacations is going to help you become a better entrepreneur, a better boss, a better self-employed person. So take the breaks and enjoy the process. Again, just because 72% of entrepreneurs experience mental health issues does not mean you have to. There are people and systems in place to help you on this journey. And remembering that being an entrepreneur is incredible. It's amazing. I have loved my entrepreneur journey, and sometimes I look back at those points of hardship and those points of struggle, whether that was with anxiety, imposter syndrome, isolation, or failure. And I say the life that I'm creating today has been worth it. Again, being an entrepreneur can be scary, but there's also resources. So again, you can check out my free masterclass, or you can book a call to see how you can work with me. My name is Alyssa Cotten, and I'd love to help you on your entrepreneur journey by getting connected and helping your mental health. So my name is Alyssa Cotten. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.